Welcome to the Third Team on the Field podcast. My name is Albert Lassiter, and I'm the regional assigner for North State Football Officials Association. Today, I'm extremely excited about our guest, Mr. Art Hardin. Art is a friend of mine and a North State official for a lot of years, and has tons of college experience. Has worked on the highest level on the college level, and most recently, he was inducted into the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Hall of Fame. Art, welcome to the Third Team on the Field podcast.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Art, tell me about the process. How'd you get notified that you were inducted into the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Hall of Fame?
I was familiar with the Hall of Fame, and one of the uh, board members approached me and said, "Hey, man, you need to go ahead and apply." So I did so and was selected. Honored to be selected to be with some of the people that are on there. These some of the folks in this Hall of Fame are folks that I grew up watching, like Carl Eller and Happy Harrison, and uh, a couple of NBA players, of course, CP3, Chris Paul. So I was honored to officiate his games in high school and Pop Warner. So to be out here doing this and to be a part of it was special, man. Beyond special, let me say it that way.
It was indeed a special evening. I had an opportunity to sit with your sister and her family, and just watching the emotions from her when they call your name. It just lets me know how close knit family y'all are. And she was extremely proud of you. What was going through your mind when you were standing up there and listening to the accolades and receiving your award?
Just being just honored that, and thinking back to how my mother never discouraged me from uh, being involved in the athletics. My entire family, whenever someone was involved in some sports, that we were there. But my mother also, as I said in the presentation, I can sum up a lot of my success in 4 words. Gene, don't play that. We had to be very tight about our academics, and she's passed that on to down the line from my family. But another person, well, let me back up. I also have a very wonderful wife and daughter who have been very understanding through this journey. Tammy Hardin is my advisor through all of it. So the one other person that was not there, unfortunately, I lost my father when I was age 11, but I have a very wonderful memory of him officiating high school basketball, not high school, I'm sorry, church league basketball in South Charleston, West Virginia, and he won an award for it. And I guess those genes were just passed on to me. So I will be forever beholden to Henry Hardin also.
That's all right. That's we got a lot of parity in our lives in terms of the impact our mom had. My father died when I was 11 as well, so I know that
Yeah.
his thinking of him was running through your mind there. Hey, I remember listening to all the things that the many college games that you've experienced. Tell me, how did you get involved in officiating, football officiating particularly?
I started out in basketball, and a senior official said, "Hey, man, look, you need to come out and try football." So I did. That was during Pop Warner. Um, Apparently, I had a aptitude for it, and was able to move up to high school junior varsity to high school varsity. From there, that another official said the Southern Conference is looking for officials. I applied, went up and worked a couple of scrimmages at Appalachian State. And as they say, the rest from there is history. 13 years in the Southern Conference. And then some guys that I knew in the Southern Conference had moved up to the ACC, reached back and told me, you need to come up. So I applied there and ended up in the ACC for 15 seasons. And now,
Awesome.
yeah, I had stepped away from the ACC 1 year in the I was helping out another guy that I knew in the USA South who contacted Jack Childress. If anybody's familiar with officiating,
Yeah.
Jack was one of the best referees in the
Yeah.
nation.
Yeah.
Asked me to join the South Atlantic Conference. And let me give my props to Jack because he gave me a chance to still do something that I love. And I tried to give my best to it. He sent me a note the other day and said, "You made me look like a genius. Thank you." So my
Uh,
hats off to Jack.
yes. I know Jack well. He's given me a lot of advice over the years too to try to improve my officiating
Mhm,
as well.
mhm.
You worked some big games, some bowl games. Any game stand out in your mind particularly?
Um, the first game I had at Maryland, where I realized that there were more people in that stadium than it was if I cloned everybody twice in my hometown. That stands out. The most special game was the Army Navy game because I
Mhm.
had a chance to work with Tim Graham, who shares my Southern
Okay.
West Virginia roots. And I have a precious picture of us with President Barack Obama.
Wow.
So that game will, and just the Army Navy, also because I have family roots in not both leagues, in both branches of service. So to do that
Yeah.
game was very memorable.
That's amazing. I Saturdays I'm watching football games, and when I'd see you there, I'd stop and I know this guy. I know him watching you, and even more amazing the fact that you've worked on that level, and now you're still a part of North State Football Officials Association, guiding and helping younger officials to get better at their craft. What has North State meant to you over the years?
A whole lot of fun, satisfaction, and enjoyment. I had mentioned that I'm from a small town in West Virginia, so on Friday nights, football season, towns shut down. I didn't play football in high school, but to be out there in that atmosphere and working with those youngsters, um, to be out there with them on a Friday night and also in junior varsity. But I also made this note. I was a rookie at some point in time. Every one of us are
Yeah.
rookies at some point in time. And I've had so many people pour into my growth as an official. I would be remiss if I did not turn around and try to bring along um, the next set of officials because I'm getting older. And by the way, folks, Albert Lassiter is my boss. Don't let him fool you on the football field. But I want them to send a note to Elbert and say, would you tell Art he could not be out on the field with a motor scooter? It's not safe for the players. So when I go up in the stands, I want to know that the ones that are coming behind me are going to provide the same type of service on Thursday and Friday nights like we do now.
Yeah. Yeah. What advice would you give to a young official just getting into the Winston-Salem Clinic? I know y'all got an amazing staff there and helping North State get better. You have great leadership. So what advice would you give to a young person walking in and seeing Art Hardin and other famous officials there and they're a little nervous coming in officiating anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Listen and emulate. I remember hearing when I was younger, you never listen yourself into trouble. Listen to what the senior guys are sharing um, and observe and emulate. I always looked at the guys that were on Sundays. Johnny Greer, for example, the first black referee in the NFL. I always watched what he did and the way that he carried himself. I did the same thing in basketball also. If these are the officials that are at the highest level, why would I not emulate what they do so
Yes.
that I can get to that level? and listen to people who guide you because um, they've been through the experience. It's that
Yeah.
old adage of listening to the elders. And
Yes.
that's what I try to share with the guys now. And those have been the two things I would say: listen and emulate. See what the folks are doing at the level you want to reach, and then carry that into your games. I don't care if it is the Pop Warner or the youth football, recreation football, middle school. Do what those guys do on Sunday and do what those guys do on Saturday and apply that. And that's where the growth comes.
Thank you, Art. Art, I thank you for one being a mentor to me. I've called you over the years when I was officiating college football, asking for advice, and you were always candid. And the advice you gave me, I appreciate. I call you now. I think we talk about once a week as you continue to help lead that
Don't
Winston
we?
as you continue to lead that Winston Salem clinic. But um, I just want to share you. I appreciate what you do. You're a good man. My grandmother used to have a saying, his heart's in the right place, and your heart is in the right place. I appreciate what you do, particularly for North State football and the work that we can do for education-based athletics to make North State as good as it can be. And you play a big role in that. And I greatly appreciate that, sir.
Thank you. And I love being a part of education based athletics. That's going to be my key phrase going forward to make sure the folks understand why we do what we do, that it is part of the growth of those young men and women that are out there on the football field or whatever area of competition that they're in, that we can contribute to help them grow to be whatever success that they could be in the future.
Absolutely. Art, thank you for being on. I want to thank everyone for watching the Third Team on the Field podcast, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.
Take care, everyone.